Hi guys, welcome to kind of like one of my first home videos, I guess. And today I am building floating shelves. I've made these a few other times before in places that we have lived, and everyone always asks me how I've built them. So I thought I would just do like a quick tutorial on how I build them because it's super easy, and then you get to kind of get the look that you want, which is nice because I feel like I never find exactly what I like at a store for like shelves and different stuff like that. So it's super easy. So I'm just gonna show you all the equipment that I use for it and kind of the process. Okay, and so for these shelves, the purpose is they're going to be shelves above our bar, and they're only gonna hold shot glasses because we like to collect shot glasses when we travel. So they're pretty skinny in width. Let me see what we've got. They're 5.5 inches by, oh boy, by almost 3 feet. It's 35 inches, so 35 by 5.5. So they're just gonna hang above our bar, and they're gonna be floating shelves. And then I will link down below like the written instructions that I wrote out for these shelves. But yeah, let me show you the stuff that I got. Okay, so we're doing 2 shelves. So we have 2 of these pieces of wood. I don't remember what kind of wood we got, but I'm pretty sure. So you get the long piece of wood, and then you go to Lowe's, and then they cut it for you, and they cut it into actually 3 pieces. So I could make 3 shelves, but I'm not going to. And I think like the piece of wood cost me like $9. And then we got some sandpaper. So this is the sandpaper that I'm going to be using on most of it. This is honestly all they had left at the store, so that's just what I got. And then we picked out our stain. So we kind of wanted to go with like a little bit of a warm neutral color. So this is what we went with, and then this is going to be the finishing for the stain. And then you're just gonna want some ways to apply this. So I'm gonna use this for this, and then a cloth to apply the stain, because I just find that that's worked best for me. And then some other random things that you might want. Okay, so the first time that I made shelves, they were like way bigger shelves, and they would hold like the PlayStation and the router and stuff like that at our old place, and I hand sanded them. So I bought a sander the last time I made shelves, and it seriously made it go by so much quicker, guys. So I highly recommend buying a sander. I didn't even buy like an expensive one, and it just makes it so worth it, and then you keep it and you can use it for other projects. So highly recommend having a sander. And then I'm also using a tarp down here so I don't make a big mess. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I got for it. And then the brackets that I use to hang the shelf on the wall, I will link those down below. They're from Amazon. They're pretty affordable, and they're not like totally floating shelves, so you can get ones that are more float, like you don't see them at all. But that wasn't the look we were going for. So yeah, but these ones were just from Amazon, and they're pretty easy to use. Ours actually haven't gotten here yet, so I can't show you them, but when they are here and they're on the wall, I'll show you. Okay, so you're pretty much just gonna take your sander and sand off all of like the rough edges, the little pieces of wood that are flaking up, and make sure it's like nice and smooth, so that way once you like stain it and finish it, that it is just a very smooth surface, easy to clean, and just looks like professionally done. So I just make sure to like go over it a few times. You might go through a few different pieces of sandpaper. Okay, so now that the wood is all sanded and nice and smooth, I'm going to take my finish that I'm using. I'm going to open it up, and I'm using just like a old dirty cloth to put it on there. I find that this just like goes on nice with the cloth. That's just what I've used in the past. I really don't know if that's like the right way, but that's how I'm going to be applying it. And then you pretty much just let it dry. And you can do multiple coats. Let's see what this says. Pretty much it just says that you apply this, and then you wait 5 to 15 minutes and wipe off the excess. I don't really find a lot of excess when I use a rag because I feel like this kind of like absorbs a lot of the excess and then it just puts on like a nice layer. And then it says wait 4 hours before applying the top coat that I showed you earlier. I live in Arizona, so it is very hot and it dries pretty quick. But today is a cooler day, so we will see. But yeah, that is the next step. So I'm just gonna go get ahead and do that. Okay, so these I just stained the top and all the sides. I didn't do the bottom yet, but like I said, it says it's supposed to sit for 4 hours. I don't know if that's gonna be necessary here in Arizona, but we're just gonna leave it, let it fully dry, and it said at 15 minutes you're supposed to kind of like wipe off the excess. I don't really think I have too much excess on it, but yeah, I kind of like the color. It's definitely a little bit warmer than I was expecting, but I think it would look nice in the bar area where these are going. So yeah, just gonna let these dry and then I'm gonna come back and finish it. Okay, so a few hours have gone by. Clearly, the sun has moved. But it is all dry, so I'm just pretty much gonna finish it off by sealing it. This is the sealant that I'm using, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm just gonna brush this on there and then let it dry. And then once it's done drying, I'm going to install it into the walls. So hopefully tomorrow we will have those pieces, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we just hung our shelves. Like I said, this is going in our bar area. So this is like our bar cabinet, and then we're gonna hang or put our shot glasses and other stuff up here that we use in the bar area. Now these make it not a total floating shelf, but this was the look like I was going for. So you can make them a floating shelf, it's just a little bit more difficult. But I love the way it turned out. I think it looks really good once we hang, so we're hanging like a bar light and that thing right there. So I think it will come together nicely. And I think the coloring is a little red, but I think it kind of worked out nice because this is a more warm tone bar. But yeah, and then also something to note is that this wall is a cement wall, so we had to use a cement drill bit and anchor to hang these. And then we also didn't drill into the bottom, but if we were to hang something heavier or off balance, then you definitely have to drill into the bottom to secure the wood. Okay, if you're curious about the final product, here it is. All of our millions of shot glasses and our beer top collector. Oh yeah, turn on the light. Our finalized bar area. Looks pretty good. Alright guys, I am actually editing this video and I realized I never did like an outro or anything, so it's a few days later. But as always, if you have any questions on how I did anything or where I got anything, you can always leave them in the comments below. I try to get back to every single comment that I have. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know. If you have anything else in my house that you are curious about, also let me know. This is kind of like my first home video, so it was fun, and I had fun doing a little DIY. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please give this a thumbs up and please subscribe. That would be super awesome and very helpful. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. And again, if you have any questions, please leave them down below.